Welcome to Catholic Mom Mindset, a daily show where you learn to walk closely with the Holy Spirit so you can live the life God is calling you to. I'm your host, Sterling Jaquith. Let us begin. Welcome back. Today I want to share with you something I went through recently, and I hope it is inspiring. So recently I launched 2 new products at Made for Business. So Made for Business is where I help Catholic moms get businesses off the ground. I've been doing that in our monthly membership, but I knew I wanted to add 2 different levels. So in the monthly membership, I help women make their first $10,000. But I wanted to launch 2 new programs, one that helped you go from $10,000 to your first $200,000. And then I wanted to create a mastermind, a group of women who would get together who have made more than $200,000 in a 12-month period in their business, and that we would be getting together and we'd be growing our businesses to 7 figures. And it was really new and it was really uncomfortable. I had to learn a significant amount of technology to do it. I had to do a lot of hard thinking, what I call sticky thinking, where you're really just sitting there and kind of really doing super thinking in your brain, and it feels kind of sticky in your mind is how I can describe it, to create the curriculum for both of these groups. And it's really the most vulnerable I've felt in a really long time, because it's basically like saying, hey, do you want to go out with me? That's how it feels. And the price point for both of those things were much more than our monthly membership. And it really stretched me. And when I got through the whole process, because there's so much that goes into, designing something like that and setting it up and selling it, and I'm still selling it right now. But really, once you open the doors, right, that was kind of the big moment. And after that, I just felt so proud of myself. And I was asking myself why, because this was just literally when I had opened the doors, so no one had signed up yet. But I was so proud of myself for living, for trying, for stretching myself. And I was thinking about that for you guys, because not every mom is called to business. In fact, I think most of them are not. And so I wondered, what does that look like if you don't have a business? What does it look like to learn something new? To be uncomfortable, to put yourself in a situation where you feel a little bit vulnerable and exposed, to feel alive. Some of you are adventurous. Some of you love creating things. And some of you aren't thinking about this. And that's why I wanted to do this episode. I want you to ask yourself, how am I stretching myself? How am I doing things in the world that make me feel alive? Because it was an incredible feeling, this whole process. I really felt like I grew up a ton. I feel more mature. And I just felt so pleased, so proud of myself for doing it. And people have signed up, so that's pretty cool too. But even before that, I think just trying new things and stretching ourselves is important. And we only have this one life. And it's so easy to wake up and just do the regular things. So I want you to think of some way that you can stretch yourself this year. Go outside of your comfort zone. Do something that makes you feel alive. And it doesn't have to be crazy. If you're introverted, it doesn't have to involve other people. I myself do not feel very adventurous, so I don't love things like motorcycles and roller coasters. Right? For me, it was an online thing. But there is something. There is something God is calling you to step into. And I want you to know that even if it feels very uncomfortable to do it, the feeling of growing and being alive is worth it. So I hope that sparks something for you, and that you and the Holy Spirit can spend some time today talking about it. All right, you guys, thanks so much for listening, and have a blessed day. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Catholic Mom Mindset. To learn more about growing closer to the Holy Spirit, check out our free resources at madeforgreatness.co. Thank you so much for listening, and have a blessed day.